We are 23 days into the January transfer window, and so far, Arsenal have not signed anybody in a market which is supposed to be very difficult. Aston Villa have gone out there and signed Daniel Malin. Manchester City have signed Mamouche and two other players. Tottenham have signed the goalkeeper and are trying to bring in a couple of centre-backs. Arsenal have to act if they want to win this league title. If they don't, I just don't see it happening. Nottingham Forest prepared to put a club record offer for Matheus Cunha. That come out yesterday. Arsenal, according to some reports, are prepared to bid £60 million for Matheus Cunha, which would be roughly the same amount as Forest. There's also links out there to Boniface, Victor Gyökeres, and of course, Benjamin Sesko. Funny enough, Leipzig played Sporting last night. And which two players scored? Sesko and Gyökeres. Gyökeres' goal, by the way, was a joke. Make sure you go down and drop a like if you haven't already. Make sure you have hit that subscribe button. 90% of you that watch the content are not subscribed. Later on today, we'll have a match reaction to Hoffenheim versus Spurs. Just please, for the love of God, win a football match. I don't even remember the last time we won a game. I think it was, other than Liverpool, it was the 15th of December. It's now the 23rd of January. But it is what it is. Now, Fabrizio Romano has been speaking quite a lot with regards to Matheus Cunha, saying that there are multiple clubs interested in him. He's come out and said that Nottingham Forest, Manchester United, Arsenal, they're all after him. And you've got to think from a Man United perspective, Anthony's just left on loan. There's a good chance that Marcus Rashford will be leaving, which will give them 100% profit on that sale. Nottingham Forest prepared to put a club record fee down, which is just absolutely obscene. They're showing a huge amount of ambition. They want that Champions League position. They want to, stay in and around the top four for the remainder of the Premier League season. Matheus Cunha would definitely help them out. Now, he is one of the most talked about players this transfer window. He's had a disagreement with the Wolves manager. There's a contract on the table for him, but for whatever reason, he just does not want to sign it. Now, yesterday or the day before, Fabrizio Romano put out a number of tweets suggesting that his situation is wide open. He potentially could leave Wolves. And funny enough, Arsenal actually play Wolves this weekend. So if I actually don't think he will be involved in that, if I'm being brutally honest. I think he could be out of the squad by then if the situation takes a couple of twists and turns. This is the tweet Romano put out saying, Cunha's situation from now on to the end of January remains one to watch. New deal not formally signed yet, as reported 2 days ago. Club showing interest with Arsenal still keen. And not only Vitor Pereira's post-match words yesterday were also very strong. He then followed it up saying, Matheus Cunha's situation open ahead of the final days of the transfer window. Arsenal are still there. And not only, as revealed this morning. Then Sky Sports put out a tweet regarding Nottingham Forest are ready to make a club record bid, which was between 60 to 65 million pounds. Other sources are now saying that Arsenal are prepared to match that bid. They're, according to some ITKs, their number one target is Benjamin Sesko, but they think that's a little bit more realistic for the summer. Now, whoever it is, whether it's going to be Gyökeres, Boniface, Williams, Cunha, Sesko, they have to bring someone in. They scored 3 goals last night, and granted, they were much, much better. But they still need more than that. There's a lot of news today, on Benjamin Sesko's comments. The Independent have come out saying there's a record bid from Nottingham Forest, which, Arsenal are apparently leading the race. The Independent have put, according to Sky Sports, Darmesh has come out and said that the report says, I'll bring it up on the screen now so you guys can see it. Make sure you are dropping a like on the video as well. It says Arsenal still want Sesko. According to Sky Sports, Dharmesh Sheth, Arsenal are discussing internally whether a move to Benjamin Sesko is possible in this transfer window. Seth says the long-term interest from Arsenal and reports elsewhere have claimed Sesko has a gentleman's agreement with Leipzig, allowing him to move next summer for around £63 million. It is unknown exactly how much the German club would demand this month. I think as it stands right now, there is probably more chance Cunha leaves this window, and probably more chance Sesko goes in the summer. Now, there's a report coming out saying that Wolves suggest Cunha is not for sale. An update from Matheus Cunha here, with Wolves adamant that he is not for sale according to Sky Sports. The club are said to be relaxed over the Brazilian's contract situation. Wolves are under financial pressure to sell, having made 90 million last summer from sales from Pedro Neto and Max Kilman. But the message is clear from Wolves, he is not for sale at Sky. Previously, an offer from around 60 million was thought to be enough to tempt Wolves to sell, although it's unknown if that's still the case. Nottingham Forest are ready to make a club record bid in order to land the Brazilian. If Nottingham Forest sign Cunha, that is a massive kick in the gut to Arsenal. Now, some people still are reporting that as it stands right now, Arsenal are still leading the race. 21 hours ago, from coming out from Give Me Sport, it says, Give Me Sport claims that Arsenal are leading the race to sign Matheus Cunha, having made an initial inquiry at the beginning of the transfer window. Arsenal are said to be accepting of the personal terms of a deal, but were initially frustrated when they discovered Cunha was simultaneously negotiating a new contract with Wolves. So they've actually agreed personal terms. Now, the Gunners will face competition from other Premier League clubs, including Nottingham Forest and potentially Manchester United. I think Man United will bring in a fullback, and I think they will be the ones to probably go for Gyökeres in the summer. If Newcastle get top four, I think that kind of rules out a move potentially for Alexander Isak, which means it could be Matheus Cunha this window and Benjamin Sesko in the summer. Boniface is another player being heavily linked to a move to Arsenal right now. I don't necessarily think that one's realistic. I think in their position, if you look at where Bayer Leverkusen are in the Bundesliga table, they are probably the biggest threat to Bayern Munich. They're only 4 points away. The goal difference of Bayern Munich right now is so far high, so much higher than Leverkusen. I just don't think, Leverkusen this window would go out there and let him go. And if they were to let him go at 50, 60 million pounds, I think Cunha would be a better option right now. Of course, Boniface is a more out-and-out number 9, and that's 100% what they need. But Cunha can also play there and is Premier League proven. And I think there's more chance they go in for a, they go in for a, Benjamin Sesko in the summer. Whoever it is right now, you look at the fixtures that Arsenal have got coming up. They've got a lot of games next month. They've got a League Cup semi-final. They've got Manchester City. They've got 2 more games this month. They've got Newcastle United away, of course, Nottingham Forest. Their March games is pretty disgusting as well. But being out the FA Cup, I think if they want to win this Premier League title, maybe could be a blessing in disguise. And I know that Arsenal fans are going to be thinking, what on earth are you talking about? But you've seen the amount of injuries they've had recently. Gabriel may have picked up a knock last night. Could playing less games help them out in the title race? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, if they have agreed personal terms with Matheus Cunha, I think Arsenal need to match every bid that Nottingham Forest put in, and they'll be able to offer higher wages. And I think that probably will be enough to get him over the line. But they are running out of time now. As it stands right now, the transfer window closes on the 3rd of February. These fixtures are coming thick and fast. And as it stands right now, when you look at the time remaining, they've got, 11 days left of the transfer window. They need to bring in a forward. they need to probably bring in 2 forwards. But it looks like Cunha is going to be the one this window. Sesko may be the guy in the summer. And you look at what Manchester City have done. Today, they've just announced Omar Mamouche, who, we were all told was a very, very difficult deal to get over the line. City at the moment struggling for form. They're potentially going to be out of the Champions League. They've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Liverpool in their next 4 Premier League games. Then Spurs, then Forest. Their run of games is actually disgusting, if we're being brutally honest. But they've gone out there. They've showed the ambition. They've brought in Omar Mamouche. They've brought in a midfielder. They've brought in a young centre-back from France. If they can go out and they can show they can do it, Arsenal need to go out there and match whatever these other teams are doing. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. You won't win the Premier League. Liverpool are still the team to beat. As it stands right now, Liverpool, for me, are, Premier League favourites. You look at the fixtures they've got coming up as well. They haven't had it easy with Forest away and Brentford away. They've got I would say a lot easier game this weekend against Ipswich. Then they've got Bournemouth away, Everton away. That Everton game on the 12th of February is going to be absolutely insane. If they win that game in hand, that puts them massively in the driver's seat to win this league title. They've got a comfortable draw in the FA Cup as well, but they haven't signed anyone yet. And as it stands right now, it could be the first season. I think, where they've only signed. I think they've only really signed one player, haven't they? Because Georgi Mamadashvili may be the goalkeeper next season, but who knows? Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you have hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all soon. Thank you all for watching. I am out.